Can applying for a green card too soon after arriving in the US get your case denied or even flagged for fraud? The 90-day rule could be the hidden trigger you're not hearing enough about. If you're in the United States on a visa and thinking about applying for a green card, especially through a family-based petition, this video is absolutely for you. What is the 90-day rule? Let's dive straight into it. The 90-day rule isn't a law, it's more of a policy guidance used by both USCIS and the Department of State to evaluate the intent behind your entry to the United States. The rule mostly applies to non-immigrant visa holders, like those on tourist or student visas, who apply for adjustment of status within 90 days of arrival. Why does this matter? Because when you enter on a non-immigrant visa, you're essentially promising the US government that your trip is temporary, to visit, study, or conduct business, not to immigrate. So if you file for a green card just weeks after arriving, it could raise red flags. Officers may wonder, did this person lie about their original intent? It's about intent, not just timing. Here's the key part that people misunderstand. It's not about the number of days, it's about why you came here in the first place. You can apply after 90 days and still get denied if USCIS suspects you had immigrant intent all along. On the flip side, you might apply within 60 days and still get approved if your circumstances clearly changed and you provide solid evidence. Let's say you entered on a tourist visa and told the officer you were here to visit family. You had a return ticket. But then life happened. You reconnected with an old flame. Maybe you got married or became pregnant. Or you experienced a medical issue that made returning unsafe. Those real-life changes matter. But they need to be documented clearly. What USCIS looks at. Intent is determined not just by what you say, but by a variety of factors including whether you had a return ticket, if you brought school paperwork for student visas, if you were already in a relationship with a US citizen, whether you had plans and commitments in your home country, your digital footprint, like social media, financial history, and even your phone location. In fact, one big red flag is when a tourist visa holder marries and files for adjustment within days of arrival. USCIS may see that as pre-planned immigration intent, even if you didn't technically break the law. A common misunderstanding. Many people think if I just wait 91 days, I'm in the clear. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. Let's be real. Waiting past 90 days might help avoid automatic suspicion, but if the rest of your case shows signs of deception, you're still at risk. On the other hand, if you applied on day 45, but your story, documents, and timeline are authentic, you might be just fine. So don't fixate on the calendar. Focus on your evidence and credibility. USCIS isn't just looking at what's on your forms. They want to know why your plans changed, what happened, and whether your story adds up. A solid case might include texts, emails, travel receipts, proof of cohabitation, joint finances, or even medical records showing unexpected life events. The more authentic your documentation, the stronger your case, regardless of when you filed. Here's where people slip up. Too many applicants assume that waiting 90 days is enough. So they rush into a marriage-based green card application on day 91, but submit weak or inconsistent evidence. Or worse, they lie at the port of entry, saying they're just here to visit when they actually have a wedding planned that weekend. Even if you think you're gaming the system, immigration officers are trained to connect the dots. They interview couples separately. They visit your home. They check your social media. It's not enough to tell a good story, you need to live a consistent story. In 2025, these rules are being enforced more tightly. With growing concerns about marriage fraud and visa overstays, USCIS is reviewing cases with greater scrutiny, even for straightforward couples. So even genuine applicants need to be cautious, honest, and well-prepared. So, should you wait 90 days? That depends on your case strength. If you're in a marriage-based adjustment situation and you just arrived in the US, you can absolutely use those 90 days to collect stronger relationship evidence, build a clean, logical timeline, set up your joint financials, prepare for your interview, document your evolving intent. The rule isn't there to scare you, it's a signal to slow down, gather your facts, and apply with a clear narrative. You're not trying to avoid suspicion, you're trying to build credibility. Whether you file on day 25 or day 95, the truth is always your best defense. Life does change. Relationships evolve. But the more open and organized you are in explaining that change, the better your chances with USCIS. Thanks for watching. If this helped clarify the 90-day rule and what it means for your green card process, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Stay informed, stay organized, and most importantly, stay honest.